What you just saw was my first attempt at a pass, in which I went up to third gear. This is where we left off in the first video. Sometimes people ask me why I didn't build my own car instead of just purchasing one. Well, let me answer like this. When seeking to make 6-second passes in just a quarter mile, or 400 meters to the rest of the world, attention to detail is key. Every little thing becomes of paramount importance, so from chassis and shock absorber setup to engine tuning, transmission gearing, clutch setup, even the height of the wicker bill can make a significant impact on performance. Everything must work just right under wide open throttle for the desired results to be achieved. This is the prime reason for when you're serious about going fast, you choose for a proven and safe chassis, one that can withstand a 200-mile-an-hour wreck and the driver can walk away from the crash. This is why Dito, who's a multiple race winner himself, opted to acquire an already proven chassis, in this case, a championship-winning one from the stable of KB Racing, and had them install the engine and transmission as well. It was the crew chief Rob Downing who gave us a bullet of a car, and also who put us into contact with Jeff Dobbins, who has since then been a friend of the family. The next series of videos are of that same earlier pass, but from two different angles. Since the learning curve was a steep one for me, I used a great deal of video footage to confirm what I felt the car do, and in doing so, speed up the process of trusting my feelings. We have been drag racing under the lights since 1996. Yes, we've been spoiled by the titans of our sport. People like Mike Osman, who took it upon himself to upgrade the track so that we could compete under cooler conditions. Racing towards 200 miles an hour under the lights requires some getting used to. Of course, one's sense of tunnel vision is increased. I, for example, used to tighten the shoulder belts just a little bit more, so that I could feel the car better. And then you have the Christmas tree lights. When those amber lights come on, it's like a rabbit staring into the headlights of an oncoming car. So, nighttime drag racing definitely requires some getting used to, but we love it here in Curaçao. So, when doing a burnout, it's important to have a certain degree of consistency. The pass you just saw was one in which I went through all the gears, but lifted a bit early. This was due to the fact that this was my first nighttime pass, and I wasn't sure I would be identifying the finish line in time to deploy the two chutes early enough. I was just being cautious. Usually one wants the chutes coming out of the hole just when crossing the finish line, in order to maximize the time of deployment. On a side note, during testing or qualifying, if I went ahead of a fellow competitor, I would always jump out of the car on the return road to see him make his pass. I would always smile when I saw his left front disc brake light up an orangey hue as he stepped on his brakes after having made a 200-mile-an-hour pass. As a matter of fact, one of the few instructions my brother Dito gave me concerned braking. I think he was worried about it. He said to deploy the chutes and slightly start pressing the brake pedal ever so gently. And as you feel the brakes start to bite, then you apply more pressure. Don't press the brake pedal too hard. You won't like it when the rear tires start bouncing on you. I'm happy to say I've never experienced that. Be sure to check back with us for the third installment of the 4-part series on how I learned to drive a mountain motocross stock car. This video is brought to you by the Curaçao Motorsports Museum. Don't forget to pay us a visit. I'll show you around.